This is chat filter. Share. I am live. Okay, so I'm making a Dahl. I'm gonna make it in the Instant Pot, but also using the Thermomix. So let's get started. The recipe that I'm using is this. And it's made for the Instant Pot and also shows you how to make the rice at the same time. But that's not something I'm gonna do. So I have most of my stuff prepped. Still have some things to do. But I'm gonna start the saute. No, no. I think I want it on quite hot. In the meantime, I'm gonna chop some pumpkin squash. I'm using a red curry squash today. All right, Instant Pot is hot, and I need to add the cumin, so. Let's wait for that to making a Dahl. Waiting for the Instant Pot to be hot. Cutting some squash. Hi. So I'm making a red curry squash Dahl in the Instant Pot. And so this to toast some cumin. I cook without oil, so I just throw it in to the dry pan and wait until my nose tells me that it's toasted. Stirring occasionally. Good. All right, I'm gonna stir the the cumin seeds. They're starting to smell nice and toasty, but I think it's gonna take a few more minutes. I have the Instant Pot on saute high, the highest saute setting, whatever that comes out to be. And so now I'm just waiting for that. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for the next step, which is to take the ginger garlic paste, and in my case that's just garlic and some ginger, and then an onion and a jalapeno. So that's what it looks like in the Thermomix. And it should be fairly finely chopped because it should disappear in the Dahl. So I'm going to go with a 5 here. That's done. Take a look. Nice, so nice. All right, that's what it looks like now. I'm gonna push this down and do it again, just because I don't want any of those bigger chunks. Going on 5 again. So the instructions say to heat up some oil and then add the cumin seeds and letting them crackle. They're not going to crackle when you cook without oil. But they will smell toasted. And so we're going to go by the smell. So it's a little bit finer chopped now. Stir this around. I think we're almost done here with the toasting the cumin seeds. I'm going to check what my next step is. I also double the spices by default because I don't use salt. So I got some spices to put together before I do the step. That's after that. Except for some like turmeric, I tend to not double because it becomes a little bit too much. And then I have some Kashmiri red chili powder that I bought at a store. And that coriander powder. Coriander powder. And coriander seeds. Okay, so I think we're good here. The cumin seeds are toasted. I'm going to add the mixture here, which is onions, garlic, ginger, 1 jalapeno de-seeded, onions are going to cook until they develop some color. And I'm gonna make some coriander powder here real quick. That's the only things I'm using the flavor mix for today. Is the chopping of the onions, the aromatics, and now making the coriander powder. It is going to get rather loud, and I hope the stream can handle this, but you know, if not, be warned, it's going to get really loud. Let's take a look. So I added a little bit of hing to the onions. That was part of the recipe. And then here's the coriander. Alright, here's my coriander powder. Alright, this is starting to stick to the bottom. And this color is developing. And flavor. I'm going to give this a few more minutes. Checking what else there's to do. So I'm going to add just a tad of bit of water to help me deglaze. And then I have here what amounts to about 1 tomato. It was partially frozen. I generally only buy the cans of the whole peeled tomatoes, or try to. And sometimes then I don't need the whole can, and then I freeze the rest for another use. So this is going to take a minute to get defrosted, but I gotta add the spices soon too. So I'm gonna give this a little bit of time, and then I will be adding the dry spices. So forgot to include that, but I'm located in Texas, Central Texas, USA. Say hi. Where are you located? There are a few of you out there. Just curious. Who's watching? This machine here is called a Thermomix. It's available in countries. Comes from Germany. So I have like having a little sous chef in your kitchen, and then Instant Pot is a pressure cooker, an electric pressure cooker. You cannot can with it because it's not. The pressure doesn't go high enough for that to safely can, but it's very convenient for cooking and set it and forget it kind of for meals. So I just added all the spices that the recipe calls for. I'm going to cook those, roast them, along with the tomato that's defrosting. Another couple minutes to defrost that tomato. And then around noon I usually have my lunch, so I'm gonna have that next. Alright, so I think the tomato is broken up enough now. Let's see, just for those who are curious, this is what it looks like at the moment. I'm going to add these are red lentils that I soaked in some hot water while I was doing all this other stuff. So that's stirred in. I have some red curry squash here. The recipe is made for butternut squash, but this is what I happen to have at hand. So that's what's going to get used. The recipe calls for 3 cups of water. More. This is the smallest size Instant Pot, and that fills it up pretty well. I think I have just enough. For the additional cup of water. All right, and then I go on for 6 minutes. 6 minutes. What I'm gonna do to keep warm. Just on high. Put that back here. All right, I'm gonna put my lunch together now. Somebody gave me lots of mangoes. Alrighties. Yes. I remember Gabriella, Ruth Ann. So I'm done with the cooking now. And I'm having my lunch, which is this beauty right here. I know. Are you ungrounded now? Well, then you're ungrounded just in time for the weekend, right? Because there's always fun stuff to do on the weekend. We're going to go see a museum. Visit a museum. Yeah, I did a breakfast thing this morning too. And now this is my lunch. And I don't know, then thought I'll live stream the dinner. I'm doing good. It's a busy day today. It's Friday. I guess it's Friday in most parts of the world. How are you doing? How are you doing? Are you guys old enough to remember Friends and Joey's how you're doing? That was an important part. It is around noon. I'm not sure how many minutes after noon it is now. What time is it for you? $12:05. Oh, so you're in the same time zone as I am then. Unless it's midnight for you and you're halfway across the world. Well, are you getting some sun today then? We've got what looks to be like a nice sunny day. I'm in central Texas. And we actually get a lot of sunshine here. One. Huh? Yes. Wow. How old am I? How old do you think I am? Can we just go with that number? I'm old enough to be old. There are 6 of you watching at the moment. I'm just always curious to know who sits there and watches. I mean, occasionally I watch a live stream, but I rarely come across one that lasts that long. Well, you're a little older than me, but not that much. I just had a big birthday with a 0 at it on recently. So, just curious where people are from that watch this and stick around long enough. So say hi. Tell me something. Tell me what the weather's like where you're at. I always thought when I moved to Central Texas it would be hot and humid. It turns out it's just hot. We still have summer temperatures, or what I consider summer temperatures, though. I think fall is coming to us next week. We're supposed to get some days of rain. Oh, you think I'm 67? Okay. Well, I'm not quite that old. Well, Instant Pot is still not up to pressure. I'm almost done with my lunch here, so I'm gonna end this live stream. Just, there's still 2 of you, 5 of you now. I guess I'm gonna go back down to a few just in a few minutes. I was curious who stops by to watch these. I mean, I mostly just make them for my own entertainment, as a record, so to speak. Keep myself occupied. Give myself some other than scrolling on my phone. I just figure I take it into the internet. See if there's anybody out there wanting to have lunch with me. No, we're back to 2. I have like 5 more bites, and then I'm hanging up. Instant Pot is almost up to pressure. Looks like I ate everything. So thanks for joining me. Oh, I do want to eat my dessert. All right. What do you eat dessert? What do you like to eat for dessert? My dessert today is an orange. When I lived in California, I had an orange tree in my backyard, and I would just go out there during orange season and pick myself oranges. Yes, I do. It's going to still not up to pressure. What is my favorite show? I don't really watch TV. I do enjoy watching YouTube. And I like watching gardening shows, like gardening channels on YouTube. My goal to grow enough vegetables in my yard, in my garden, to mostly feed myself. All right, I'm all done. Goodbye.